Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Lock and load and get ready to go on a bloody vigilante rampage, the likes of which hasn't been seen since Dolph Lundgren in this week's episode of Cosmic Punisher. This is your GM Patrick here, your gentrified mafia boss, living it up in Florida. And joining me in taking down the Dawn in torturous and inventive killing ways are my 5 apartment neighbors and your players willing to be stitched back together. Across the digital table from me, a friend down the hall with pipes for singing and pans for pinging. It's Myles playing Rami. Good evening. On my right, the boss's right-hand man who gets framed for sleeping with John Travolta's wife. It's Tyler playing Edrass.
Hey, Patrick.
How dare you, Tyler?
I know.
His left, a heavily armed Delta Force veteran with a death wish and a kill list. It's Rebecca playing Alyndra.
Hello.
To my left, the patron saint of killing vigilantes. It's Drew playing Gnak, Travolta, Feldspar.
Microchip.
And finally, to his left, an impossible to kill Russian assassin juggernauting his way through your apartment. It's Gibert as Anna's 148.
Hey!
Whoa, hey-oh.
Hey-oh. Fun movie.
I don't believe it's true, but supposedly that the Russian assassin whose name escapes me, the actor got stabbed. Like it was supposed to be a prop knife, and he didn't flinch.
Wasn't the Russian played by like Kevin Nash?
It was a very famous wrestler. Yes. But the story goes that just literally juggernauted his way through a scene where he was stabbed.
That's
yep,
wild.
it was Kevin Nash as the Russian.
The Russian, yes. And I mean, it's a great scene. Not really a super heroic film, but a good Punisher movie. Not a bad one. Welcome back, everyone. I have good news and bad news, and they're both the same, I think, for you. There is no trivia recap this week.
Yeah.
No bonuses as you guys finish off the last quantum clone and rescued the xenoarchaeologists trapped in that ancient Sivvian base. We got to speed this episode along because we got some level ups to talk about. Skipping that, instead talking about going around the digital table and, leveling up to, I think, Rebecca, you said it after we finished recording last week, the highest level we've ever had on this podcast, level 14.
It's a cosmic crit record.
And our first level up of this season, which is always fun. So who wants to go first? Just something that you got this level or some change to your character?
Let it.
I'll go. So, we have certain things that have happened in the last couple of episodes. In fact, one that aired for all of the fans today. So I picked up a new Envoy improvisation this level called Don't Quit. As a standard action, I can call out a single ally within 60 feet, and that ally can ignore a condition until the start of my next turn. Nice. Conditions such as dazed, exhausted, or confused.
Oh, gosh. There's so many on this list.
Boy, that would have been a real helpful ability.
Yeah. And since we are above 12th level, I can actually, under certain circumstances, spend a resolve point to just remove the condition. So we'll learn that. We learned that lesson, gang. Hopefully we run into some of those
completely
things.
changed that fight a couple of episodes ago, right?
No, because we were all confused. He can't use the ability while he himself is confused.
He wasn't.
Unless
he was not confused.
I was not confused.
Right?
Yes, you were.
You were definitely confused.
You were definitely confused. The only reason you acted normally,
that thing. Yeah.
you had to keep attacking him, but you didn't. You still can't use your abilities. So wouldn't have changed that fight. But in any other scenario where we're not all confused, yes, it's extraordinarily helpful.
It does now, blanket cover so many things. Confused, fascinated,
it's
fatigued,
like almost
shaken,
every
sickened, staggered, cowering, dazed, exhausted, frightened, nauseated, etc., etc., etc.
Right, and as we're going through this, and we're coming across higher and higher level spellcasters, those status effects are going to be, I think, more prevalent than at the lower levels. So I think you'll get a ton of mileage off that.
Well, and I mean, there are some that persist until like you rest or have like a restoration spell like exhausted, that's a pretty big one there. Awesome. Who wants to follow that up?
I'll go.
Rebecca.
I took a page out of Devasho's book and picked up, what is it called? Title Surge?
Title Surge?
Title Surge, yeah.
That is an excellent choice.
Yeah, so now Alyndra can flank with herself, just like Devasho used to do. So that'll be fun.
What?
So cool. Title Surge is definitely one of my favorite Solarian abilities. The ability to move, I think it's you can take your entire movement, no attacks of opportunity against you, and you counted being in both places at once. Pretty great for if you're having to 1v1 an enemy.
Wow, that's awesome. Who's next? Flying through these. Myles.
Yeah, so I got a couple of new spells, but I also have a new magic hack. Yes. This one is kind of fun. It's called Rain of Fire. Once per day as a full action, you can shoot a ranged weapon at multiple targets within range. The maximum number of targets is equal to half your Technomancer level or the number of shots in your weapon, whichever is lower. Each attack uses your highest attack bonus, and each enemy can be targeted only by a single shot.
That's cool.
Oh my goodness gracious. So just light up the sky.
I could feasibly just make 7 shots.
That's pretty rad.
Shoot a range right at multiple targets within range. Yeah, at this point, so 7 critters. And each one, there's no negative bonus for full attack. Right. That's pretty good for getting swarmed by a bunch of things.
It just reminds me of that scene of like the Winter Soldier and Rocket Raccoon in Infinity War, where they're just mowing down everybody.
Well, yeah, no, can you imagine 10 holographic carolers coming at you and you're just like, like half of them disappear because they're figments. Awesome. Who's next? We got Gibert and Tyler, right?
I can go. Mine's pretty fast. Edrass just gets a combat feat this level. I picked a pretty easy one. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's called Through the Lines. And essentially it just allows me to charge through one ally's space. So I think that might have come up in an episode. And since Edrass does
every time you want to charge, it comes up.
Yeah, I mean, charging for Edrass is important, A, because I can do it as a standard action, so it's far easier for me to do. B, because I can make 2 attacks at the end of it, and as opposed to just 1. Yeah, so I want to be charging into battle a lot, all the time, if possible. And when Edrass rolls low on initiative, that can be hard. And so this will hopefully help out with that.
Awesome. And Gibert, last but not least, new Andis 148 stuff. I mean, it's all new because we've got a new class and things like that. But what else do we have?
At level 14, I got Evolution Drinker. Or sorry, not Evolution. Yes, that's right. Evolution Drinker. It's sort
Give me that evolution.
It's sort of an upgrade to an ability I haven't used yet called Evolution Drain, where you can make a standard action to make an attack, and you can sort of get some extra evolution points. So if you're trying to do something with like a bunch of evolution points, you can sort of you can fast track getting yourself some of those. But this sort of upgrades that, so I get more on whether or not they succeed or fail at a fort save. And also I can use Evolution Drain as a critical effect, which is pretty fun. So,
oh my.
And then if all the things go right for me, right? So if I get the hit, get the crit, then they failed the fort save, and then I roll maximum on the number of EP that I get back, then I can cause the target to become nauseated. Oh boy, I'm going to be so upset if I do all those things and the target is immune to nauseated. It's so sad.
Just go ham if you ever see like a human opponent. You're just like, oh, you're going to get it, sir. I roll all the attacks. I re-roll the attacks. We're doing this.
Yeah, so that's my big thing.
Awesome. level 14, and you guys are ready to get back into it.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of rerolls, I guess they have reset for the level since we leveled up, right?
Oh, that is a true fact. And everyone, well, I should say everyone except the two dummies use their rerolls on the play. I don't think Myles and I used any.
I don't think I did either. I was just thinking about that.
Did I? No.
I think I was tempted to the last battle, and I opted not to because I didn't realize it was.
Well, you were like fighting Alyndra, so it would have been kind of mean if you're like, you know what, I'm gonna reroll.
Well, I mean, I was fighting Alyndra, but I mean, I didn't have access to my spells or anything, so
yeah.
No.
Yeah. What's worse, not using a reroll or using it and getting a 1?
Using it and getting a 1.
I tend to agree with Myles. Maybe you guys were the smart ones.
We shall see.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
See. You know what? I'm making up rules on the fly here, but because they're our own little homebrew table thing, here's another way you can use it. Instead, if you don't want to re-roll it, if you want to call it before a roll and like roll it with luck and just roll 2d20 and take the higher, I'll allow that as well.
Bringing the advantage rules into this? What are you, crazy?
Yeah, luck rules for Pathfinder folk, but that is your option, but you have to do it before you call, obviously, or before you roll the dice and do our Norse Foundry dice reroll.
Does this stack with communalism? The Sheeran's communalism? Could you roll 4d20 and take the highest result?
In general, there's only one reroll ability per roll. Or
that makes sense.
Roll ability. Ours is a little extra one just for fun cinematic sake, but I don't know why I didn't use mine. I had plenty of chances as well.
You had tons of chances.
I had a lot of monsters to attack you with, but we'll figure it out. Maybe I'm using them wisely. We'll see in the future, but indeed you guys had a kerfuffle about this, last week in last week's episode. And the week before that, there was also a bit of a mix up where I thought I had loaded something into the third pod that you were exploring in the room where the demons came out. And I was so absolutely sure I put something in there, but I had misplaced it in my notes. And indeed, there was something in there, in a treasure section of my notes that I had added in. So that is where we're starting this week's episode, is walking back up to the lodge. You see the android Ariad now in the dawning light of the day, as well as the research leader Tala, this Quarlu xenoarchaeologist. They both be wearing some kind of belts that seem to match the Sivvian technology of your entanglement bands that Andis and Alyndra are wearing, whereas those are kind of like gauntlets. They are wearing belts of that style.
So friendship bracelets and friendship belts now? Okay.
No, I think they want a tag team match is what he's saying.
Yeah, I think they probably look like that a little bit, have a bit of a wider, thing in the middle and thinner on the sides. So yes, they do look like that, and it does look like Sivvian technology.
Would Alyndra and Andis notice this and, clock it as that's
oh yeah, you got
familiar?
Plenty of time to chat as you're walking back up the mountainside here. If you mention anything to them,
hey, what a cool belt you have. That matches my sweet badge.
I think they would notice as well. It's oh yes, we pulled these bands from one of the cryopods. It somehow seems to link the wearers, though we have not been able to determine how. Tala takes theirs off and hands it over, and Ariad will do the same. It's here. They'll hand one to Andis and one to Alyndra, but you guys can look and see if you can figure out what these are. You keep these Sivvian tech items together. Could be fairly dangerous tech, if it were to fall in the wrong hands. But don't get us wrong. We trust you maybe a little bit more than the corporate suits ahead of you. Points over to Gnak. Feldspar and Rami Quinn-Darr.
I assure you that we will keep these very safe, and we recognize the importance of ancient technologies.
And I recognize trash talk when I hear it.
I've been looking for some new toys. Thank you. And it just starts taking it apart and putting it back together again.
No, don't take it apart.
Nope, it's destroyed now.
Oh,
destroyed. No, it looks like indeed
swallowing pieces of it.
Very similar to the bands
Why would
got.
you swallow them?
Because I'm a child, Gnak. I'm a child.
Gibert knows all about it.
My 1.5-year-old spent the entire back half of the day taking little packets of soy sauce out of a little sandwich bag and then putting them back in and just doing that over and over and over again. It was S-tier parenting. If you say so myself.
These are memories that are going to stick with this human being for their entire life. You've forged permanent memories that they're going to look back on and it's like, why do I love soy sauce so much? Speaking of loving something so much, you're taking a look at these technological hoops, and indeed they look like larger belts with advanced panel of kind of techno magic circuits on the front.
If you put them around your waist and you sort of like wiggle around and you spin them, does something happen? Are they hula hoops?
No, but if you want to make me an engineering or a mysticism check, you can see if you can figure out what the tech is, what exactly it does.
Low roll, but a pretty good result.
Yeah. Oh, and we've got
oh my goodness,
got a good one from Gnak here. They're not showing you this. This is private tech. No, I'm just kidding. You guys can all take a look. But 30.
It's our secret Sivvian club.
30 is going to be enough to figure out that these are entanglement belts. So very
just like a badge.
Similar to they are badges, or I think are how I describe it.
Yeah, we don't need those stinking badges.
Well, these are similar. They do something kind of similar in that they are a pair of belts. And when you attach them, you can take a standard action to attune them. And once doing so, you are quantumly kind of entangled in the same way the badges do. But once you remove the belt, that entanglement ends, so you can give it to someone else. But the entangled creatures, the two wearing the belts, benefit from constant status effects that target each other. And in addition to that, each increases the bonus they receive in aiding each other from flanking from +2 to +4.
Oh,
so these are
huge,
literally flanking buddy belts.
Flanking buddies.
That's like the best thing I've ever heard.
What is this thing about the status effects?
Right. So if you have two creatures so entangled benefit from constant status effects targeting each other. So I think it could be both good and bad, but if one of them has, I think, haste or some other effect, that it would also affect the other person.
But only positive status effects?
No, because it sounds like if one is staggered,
constant.
The other one will be staggered.
Constant status effects. So I think if one gets confused, the other might get confused as well. But this wouldn't affect something like if you get hit with a laser blast. That's not a constant one. That's like an immediate attack. But if it's perhaps something that lingers, that might do you think
like would diseases and things like that affect it?
Probably not. We'll play it by ear. This is new tech. We'll figure it out. But
no one knows how this works.
I think the benefits probably outweigh the end goal here, but it's up to you guys, and you don't have to.
+4 on flanking is huge.
That's pretty good.
That's good. So who gets it? Edrass and Andis, or does Alyndra get to?
I don't know. We got the flanker extraordinaire Gnak here now.
oh, please.
He's been running around the backside and helping out.
I feel like Alyndra with her 3 slashes needs one of these buddy belts.
Well, I will say Alyndra now has, because of Title Surge, I can flip over people and get to their backside more easily, in addition to being able to flank with myself. But
I think it'd be fine if it was just still Andis and Alyndra. I mean, Andis, because he's got the reach and he's got the size and he's got the reach, so he's the easiest person to flank with. And you have the best. I think you have the best mobility. So I think you two are still the best kind of cohesive pair for that.
I will say this counts as a magical item, though. Just FYI, I believe the badges did not. This is a hybrid item, so I think it does.
I am willing to give up one of my magical items. They're kind of worthless anyway, so that'd be fine for me.
Yeah, I mean,
are you okay with doing that?
Yeah, I actually only have one magical item right now. So.
Perfect.
Whoa, upgrade.
Yeah, and that works because I the 2 things that I have on Edrass I'd like to keep. So
okay, cool.
All right, the new season's flanking buddies. You didn't see it coming, but
if I'm afraid, like if we put too many of these things on, something is going to happen. Like there's going to be a little bit in the book that's like, if they put on 3 of these, then they accidentally collapse into one character, and one of the people leave your group.
Alyndra or
Andra.
Oh boy.
I don't know why that's so funny. So, as you guys put those on and you can start entangling them, it gives you like a little warm, fuzzy feeling, as
warm, fuzzy in more than one way.
I can feel the sun.
Bracelets.
Your atoms kind of get shook in this reality a little bit until at this point you feel very in tune with one another from, maybe you like fall in step and stuff every once in a while before you realize it and have to break it as you're walking up the mountain. But you're in tune as you walk back up the mountainside.
I'm imagining the little short Jawas from the Spaceballs. Ding, 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 ding.
Right. I mean, there are, as you get up the top here, cheerful voices that greet you from friendly holographic elven carolers, and you see a portly logger bot, giving you a robotic wave hello. The storm has seemed to have thinned out. There's still some clouds in the sky, but they start to blow away as the distant sun crests over the mountains here and lights up. You can see the valley behind you, the small village in the distance. Oddly enough, to the far north, maybe 10 kilometers, 15 out on the horizon, what looks like a tower standing amongst the mountain peaks. As you get back up to the chalet, you can see all this in the distance. And now that the storm has subsided here, there's like huge snow drifts and things, but there are many a starship that seem to have landed around the chalet since you arrived, many of which have branded logos of Eox Channel 666, Absalom Station News, Castrovel Channel 5, and outside the launch are dozens of camera crews, drone robot cameras, TV personalities, reporters, begin to roll as they see you marching triumphantly back to the lodge. And at this point, a human, Actonian human with an updo kind of breaks out from the pack, who looks like this, and introduces herself as Lyda Lantrell, ASN 1. Care to give an interview to the largest news station? Drift Rider crew, welcome back. Is anyone interested in giving an interview before you head inside?
I think Rainey would say, we're not going to comment on it right now, but you can check out the limited series that will be based on our exploits of the last few days in about 6 months.
No interview then.
No.
I think
Gnak is like Andrew is like fighting their teeth like
Raimi, Lyda, lovely to see you again.
NDA, buddy. NDA. I signed them, you signed them. Zip.
Mr. Feldspar, just anything for our listening audience around the verse.
We can't talk too much in specifics because there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now, but understand that we are working very hard on this. This is a big thing that is going on, and hopefully everybody's going to come out all right on the other side.
Right. As you guys enter into the lodge, there is a round of applause from the New Horizon workers who had been, through the night and the last few days trying to figure out a way through the storm, and even up in her office through the wide kind of glass windows overlooking the interior. You see Isafina Knott giving you a little golf clap. There are hugs all around as Tala and Ariad and Nye, the xenoarchaeologists, kind of plop down in chairs and start getting medical attention. Cattywampus comes up to you all with a large tray of piping hot chocolate black milk and says, "I made sure that we saved you some of the little marshmallows. Figured you all might need them after the night you had."
"Oh, you're the best." Dross takes 2 mugs.
"No, I did not account for doozies, but okay, let me go back." "You know what, Edrass, you can have my marshmallows," and just pulls them out of his pocket, drops them in.
"Thank you, Cattywampus. It's why I do this. It's for these little treats."
He looks at it.
I don't do it for the fame. I don't do it for the money. I do it for marshmallows. Weird goblin marshmallows.
Pocket marshmallows specifically.
Pocket marshmallows. Sweaty pocket marshmallows.
They have an odd,
becomes
greasy
That's
taste.
his trick attack. Sweating pocket marshmallows. No.
Yes.
Pocket sand. Mrs. Knott comes down and says, "Thank you all so much for your service. I'm excited that we not only got to see you all in action again, but that all of our people here are returned unharmed. I've gone ahead and transferred the funds to your accounts, 5,000 credits apiece. Thank you so much. And if you have a moment, I would like to see you in my office."
I'm not going anywhere.
Cattywampus comes up and says, "That the Bugman also sent a message along. The Starfinder said that if you guys can indeed confirm this was a Sivvian base, got some proof, they're going to unfreeze a motherload of a slush fund on us." Leans in conspiratorially and says, 125K. "You guys sure this was a Sivv base?"
I start flashing my badge and showing off my pretty belt.
"Oh, you got some jewelry." Wow. So yes,
if this were not a Sivvian base, how would I have these? But I'm also holding a Sivvian gun, which I've just always had. Or was that Kishili?
What?
I think it was a Kishili weapon. Okay. But no, this is some of the first non-destroyed Sivv tech indeed that you've been able to pull out. If you want to make an engineering check and send along technical schematics as you take apart and put back together these things, that's proof enough.
Yeah, we also have the data that came off that one computer terminal, right?
Yeah, you can send that along. And
didn't we see hieroglyphics that were clearly in the Sivvian language or something?
Yeah, wait, we've got a 41 here for this 148's tech. So I mean, it's a very simple check. You can do multiple ones if you want, and a culture check for the language stuff, and send along the.
I eat important pieces.
Gnak now just speaks Sivvian, so we could just. This was a Sivv base, or my name isn't, and then he says something in Sivvian that's complicated.
Yeah, so that will take some time to get approved, but Cattywampus is willing to send along all your data and heads back to the ship. It's like, sweet, we're gonna be living that credit money life now. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
How much of a cut does he even get?
I get to live on the ship.
Oh, that's not much of a cut. We should actually pay him sometime.
I'm skimming off the top.
But okay, that makes me feel at least a little better.
I get all the merchandising rights.
Oh, I actually now I'm upset.
Oh, right.
For the record, he does not get all the merchandising rights.
We've already tied that up already.
Right. So you guys can also get like fully medically treated, along with the other folks that you rescued, back up to full health and SP. If you want to burn an RP, I don't know if you were down after that. I don't think we were down after that last fight, but they can spring for the heals. Yeah, I mentioned people had taken some HP damage, but as you go back up to Nott's office, she says, thank you once again, though I didn't want to cause a scene, but it seems whatever you might have done in the night while down in those ruins might have triggered something, or somewhere close by here on the planet. You see, there was an earthquake north of one of our research weather stations. She brings up a topographical, what looks like a fairly local area map on the 3D holographic projector in her office, and interlaces some photos of the area. After the avalanches subsided, we got reports of a massive tower that seemed to grow overnight out of the mountainside. And the reports are it stands about 250 feet above the surface. You can see the top of it from here. I am very worried that it is some other kind of ancient structure, like the ruins, that might have come out of hibernation. Is there any way that you all might have the time, now that you're here on Jeddarat, to just look into it, to take a little detour? We would very much love to have a veteran Starfinder force right off that this tower isn't a imminent threat to our business interests here on Jeddarat.
Well, if it's towering 200 feet above the surface, it seems like we ought to perhaps check out the tip first. Can we fly up there?
We haven't had anyone able to scout it yet, so that is something that you can maybe do a flyby when you are back on your feet. While you are here, though, obviously on Jeddarat, I've already gone ahead and made up a nice retainer for you all, and an expense account for our luxury suites. Your medical care will be taken care of. And of course, comp all your food and drink. VIP tickets to all entertainment relaxation facilities are at your disposal. Obviously, you are our number one guests.
Well, first, I'd like to say that flattery will get you everywhere. And I think that's a fair trade. If you give us the VIP treatment, we will check out just the tip.
Well, we will.
I was so proud of us for not making that joke.
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, somebody's going to make a joke about this.
It's 250 feet tall, so I don't know where you might be able to land a starship, but certainly there'll be someplace over there. Yeah, so what would you guys like to do now? You've kind of got the run of it here. It doesn't seem like an emergency to get out there.
Sleep.
Yeah, I want to sleep and take a bath.
Okay, she'll give you, send to your data pads a small collection of buildings, maybe like a 5-minute walk from the chalet. So still up on the mountain here. That she'll give you the electronic key cards for, and invite you to, definitely check out the tapas on like their menu, as well as some of the charcuterie boards that they're known for.
Yeah, I'm gonna be camping out in the buffet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I figured Rami would be like, you see this menu? I want the menu. I want all of it.
Oh, a tasting menu. Sounds delightful. Right, yeah. So she'll put you, she'll like have an entire associate kind of like lead you over in that direction to take care of all of your needs. But yeah, as you're leaving the chalet, yeah, once more, there are plenty of people here trying to get an interview with you. Somehow closest, even like behind the lines, is Lyda Lantrell, and they start rolling as soon as you start walking out. And I don't know, you can like wave to cameras if you want, but she says, this is news streamer Lyda Lantrell bringing you non-stop coverage of the crisis on Jeddarat. This remote planet is the planned site of a large Feldspar sponsored luxury community resort, the New Horizons. Over the past week, construction has been slowed due to unusual blizzards ravaging this planet, though they have now stopped. Clear skies are opening and have revealed to the north what seems to be a massive ancient structure of some kind where there wasn't one before. She kind of presses a button and you see like a holographic screen appear behind her. Let's go now to a live feed of this tower from our observer shuttle so you can get an idea of its. There is an ear-splitting sound that pierces the air around you as feedback comes over like every single comm unit, and there is a metallic kind of screech that even in your armor kind of shakes you down, gives you a little shake down your spine. And then there is a massive roar of a pair of engines as two silver ships slice through the clouds and swoop down dangerously close to the chalet. Maybe there's some light fire here on the side of the mountain as they throw some weapons out. Maybe they knock over some trees as they kind of like buzz the chalet. And then
those trees were irreplaceable.
Lyta kind of turns to face the direction, and there's a deafening boom that echoes through the air as you see far off in the distance a trail of smoke nearby this tower, and the feed of her observer shuttle goes dead. There's a gasp that comes from her. She says, "Kel, is that you? Copy. Do you copy? Kel?" And there's only a burst of static that answers her. These ships seem to be menacing the chalet and flying in a pattern where they are keeping distant and searching around. Why don't you guys make me a piloting check or maybe engineering if you want to do a quick vehicle spotting? Yeah, taking a look at it, Andis 148. I think in the tech that you've seen from the Sivv base, these seem to be Sivvian ships of some sort that have perhaps come from another facility. You didn't see any bays, any starship bays in the one that you guys just went through.
Mm-hmm. There's a little voice, maybe one of the old Andis is sort of shouting out that they understand this connection through the little pinhole in my brain. I have only the faintest inkling about this, but that's a Sivv ship if I've never seen one.
Yeah, and as you say that, indeed, one of them far off in the distance unloads what seems to be some kind of energy beam at perhaps some of the unbuilt log cabins and things that you pass like while going down into the hardpack valley. So you see like smoke and things going off in the distance.
That's like the most overkill I've ever heard of is like shooting beam weapons at log cabins.
Oh yeah. The logger bot that was there is definitely destroyed. It's just gone. Yeah, so over
like hanging off.
Over your comms, you hear Catawamba say, "What was that? What's going on? Are we getting out of here? Things seem to be getting dangerous."
Should we get up there and see what's happening?
Yeah, I guess so. Room service is gonna have to wait.
No more nap.
I'm surprised you two are so reluctant to protect your own interest. Yes, let's get in the ship and do our job.
No one said we were being reluctant. We're just tired.
That was a heavy sigh, Rami.
You guys have been up all night long. What's one more starship combat, you know?
I know. Like, I'm surprised how long we've gone without resting. Oh boy.
Only the entire season. Right. As you like make towards the Drift Rider, Lyta Lantrell runs up to you and, out of breath says, I think they might have attacked my producer's shuttle. Is there any way? Well, we don't have eyes on the ground there. Would you be at all open to if we install very quickly a remote camera drone to your ship so we can get an eye on what exactly has happened there? See if their ship is indeed downed?
Can I sense motive on this?
Yeah, go right ahead.
And we're going to roll expertise just in case. That's 47 sense motive.
Oh yeah, I mean she's definitely concerned, but you can sense she is sniffing for that story exclusive.
Edrass is like, you can always just come on the ship with us.
Edrass, shut up.
Yeah. I mean, I can do that as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Well, what better way to see how the Drift Rider crew does their job than...
let me get my camera.
Yeah, you can just sit in the gunner seat next to me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, go get your stuff. We'll stay certainly right here. All right, everybody else get in and let's get out of here.
You guys are very rude to the news outlets, I see.
I sneak on board. Clang, clong, clang, clong, clang, clong.
Right. So as you guys get to your ship and start the I guess Guy Wumpus already started the startup procedures and pops inside. Let me take you to map here first.
Who installed this auto destruct on our ship? I don't like that one bit. I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, there's dangerous tech on here. You can't let that fall into enemies' hands. Yeah, we've upgraded the Drift Rider as soon as you got back. The Starfinder Society has paid for a complete overhaul. Still the same Explorer frame from 100 years ago when the ship was birthed, but a couple changes have happened. They've disarmed your nuclear capabilities and replace them with even more dangerous antimatter weaponry. Nothing crazy wise, just a lot of upgrades.
You had me at more dangerous.
Simply the best.
Shields have been upgraded, and the computer, things like that, the AI as well. So lots of little buffs here, but So yeah, we are on the map here, and here is a picture of what these are Sivvian defense drones that seem to be flying through the skies of Gibert right now.
Those are cool.
Looking. Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like a Transformer mid-transformation, Looks like Starscream. It's only half a jet. Right in here, we've got the map, and I've got the rules for our starship roles and their actions around. We've got it set up here, the now 7 different major roles for starship combat, and the map I have decided is hilariously a blown up snowy valley D&D kind of map, but you guys are flying 400 500 feet in the air, and there are additional rules that we can jump into if you want to instead try to go higher, reach the stratosphere. If you want to go lower and get down in the valley between the mountains and things with the ships. Right. So right now, they're pretty much up the heights. Maybe, you very much can still smack into a mountainside, but they're at the mountain peaks as you're flying around. And let's start the starship combat as you reach back and catch up to the Sivvian defense drones. Maybe a couple of kilometers away. I think I have the map set to each of these hexes as a kilometer, but that's not even true. We're on a smaller scale than most starship combats, I think, normally are. Let's talk about the roles and who wants to do what. If you guys recall, it has been some time since we've done a full-on starship combat. I think the last one we did in season 3 was trying out the squadron rules, which was a lot of fun. But we got 3 phases here: engineering, helm, and gunnery. The first thing you got to do is figure out what roles you want to do for the turn, and declare it as such. It looks like, Gnak, you want to take the captain's chair for the Drift Rider.
Stepping up.
Rami, pilot, and maybe grabbing a couple of the gunnery stations, Andis and Alyndra, the new flanking buddies. That's right. You're definitely like down the pipe from each other. You can see one another, but you're facing different stations, so you have to turn around and give each other the thumbs up. Don't get cocky, kid. And Edrass, you want to start on Chief's mate?
Yes, sir.
All right. I imagine you're standing behind Gnak, like a hand on his chair, as you get ready to run about the ship and do what you need to do. Right. So is there anything you guys would like to start off with in the engineering phase? So mostly engineering here. There are some captain level things you can do at this point, for the engineer. You also have a fully integrated ship's AI that you can direct to do a task for you each turn. Do you want to try an engineering check?
I mean, it can't spend resolve points though, right?
Resolve points? No, I don't.
So there's really no.
I think
nothing.
No, I think it can for 6th level things. Yes. So if you wanted for the engineer, the 6th level,
then why don't we just have it do a divert action to the engines to give us some additional speed?
Yeah. Catch up.
Does someone want to roll that D20 for me? For the AI?
Hey, there's a 13.
Okay.
It was very nearly a 1.
So I can't encourage the AI, can I?
That's holding a pair of pliers like, if you don't make this check. Oh wait, that's a threat. Sorry.
Well, no, but I mean, I haven't told you DC, or if you want to have the non-AI parts of the computer, the Tetranode computer, boost it, you can, and there are 4 plus 3 bonuses I believe you guys have access to in a round.
Wow.
It is a Mark III Tetranode, so 4 plus 3s. Do you want to give the computer one for engineering?
Sure.
I feel like that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes it a 16, and the DC for divert is one of the easy ones. It's 10 plus 1.5 the ship's tier. That is 31 though. I mean, it gets pretty high up there. That is enough to successfully divert, which means plus 2 speed for the engines, taking you from 10 to 12 for the ship. And I don't think they have engineering action, so let's get into the helm phase with a piloting roll off.
Can I encourage Rami?
Oh, yes. So now captain's actions here. Go ahead and make that. Well, I think you automatically succeed at these because this is the simple one, right?
Yeah, because it's DC 15. So
yep.
I would
plus 2. Very simple. Then let's go ahead and
we might want him to take one of the computer's things for this one since the initiative is so important.
Yeah, I mean, you have 3 more, so
okay. All right, roll.
I'm taking a bonus on my end, so
and
womp womp.
So
and then
2 plus what's the computer bonus? 2,
3.
So it's 45.
Right. So I've not rolled great. I've rolled a 3, and let me see what my piloting is. Nowhere, even with the bonus, nowhere near a 40. So they've got to move first, and the way I'm going to do it is kind of mark the difference, and they can get a little bit further ahead on the map, basically making the distance between you guys about 31 hexes. So you start at about 19 away. They sped ahead a little bit towards the north. So you've got 12 that you can move, Myles. But is there a special stunt or something you'd like to do?
Yeah, we're in.
Edrass wants to act during the helm phase too.
Oh,
I'm going to try to
mate.
I'm going to try to give us another speed boost.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Wait. Oh, I don't think I can make it. The DC for this is 20 plus 1.5 times the starship's tier. I don't know if I can make that.
That's a 41. Well, do you want to get your +3 for this?
No, we only have 2 left?
Correct.
No, it's for the gunners, baby. You said 41?
Correct.
I would have to roll very, very well.
What's the ability that you're looking to do?
Maximize speed.
Oh, right. Yes.
What's our starship's tier? 13?
14.
14? Oh man. I was looking at some of the stunts, but it's like, 10 plus 2 times your starship's tiers. That's a 38.
Yeah. If it's a +10, then it's a 31. And if it's +20, 41 for this level. So gets up there. Gets up there pretty hard. So yeah, do you want to just hard roll it? What's your bonus to athletics or acrobatics?
26.
Okay. All right. So you need like what, a 16?
Yeah.
No, 15?
Well, I mean, we're so far away. I really don't know what else I would do this turn. So why not? Why not?
Yeah, you can definitely make up some speed, get a better firing solution for your gunners next phase. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It's going to be closing about half the distance if you are able to make that.
Well, I'm just checking something here. Not sure why my athletics is showing as lower than my acrobatics.
I was looking at your character sheet and I thought that was odd too.
Because I don't have an ACP. It is 0.
Why don't you just roll that D20 if you're planning on it, and we'll figure out what the better one is.
Yeah, okay, that's a good plan.
Now this requires an RP, but everyone gets 1 free RP.
Hey, I just forgot the 1 in front of the 5.
Oh, 5 on the dice. Well, I mean, you got a level reroll. Do you want to use it here?
No, it's fine.
Got 2 chances. Okay. Then with that out of the way, you've got 12 spaces to move, Myles. Do you want to just make a beeline to get closer to these bad boys, or do you want to do a piloting stunt of some sort?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. Something that would get. Well, I guess I can spend that resolve to move at 1.5 times speed. Can I?
With what is that? A special action?
For full power.
Full power.
If you have at least 6 ranks in piloting, you can spend 1 resolve point to make your ship move 1.5 times its speed.
Oh, nice. So that would take us to, if you do want to burn that RP. Yeah. This is a push, so it doesn't require a check, I don't believe.
18 hexes? That's crazy.
Yeah. So your boost up, that definitely gets you past the halfway point.
Yeah.
So you just pedal to the metal and you can kind of
yeah. I mean, just Kenny Loggins is a blasting, and Rami is just pulling out those fancy tricks.
It's funny. As soon as we started this Starship combat, I put on the Top Gun soundtrack.
Yeah. Awesome. Go ahead and I believe you have access to move this guy down here, this little ship.
This one, I do not.
All right, I'm a dirty liar. Thanks for calling me out, Myles. But you're moving ahead 18. I'm just gonna
just go ahead and
slide you in right over here to this, where the shadow of the Chalet Mountain kind of meets up with the Hardpack Valley below, and that puts you pretty darn close to these things. I probably should have burnt something similar. About 13 clicks away, 13 hexes as we get into our gunnery phase. So some new action on the Drift Rider. As I said, no more nuclear missiles. Instead, we have, I believe, on the forward arc, linked persistent particle beams, and the turret has linked adamantine alloy Gatling cannons and a force blaster. It's not a weapon I don't think we've used before. Is that right?
I'm sorry. Did you say horse blaster?
Force blaster.
Okay.
I wish it was a horse blaster.
Just launching,
confused.
Just launching Phillies.
So it is a a special weapon, and you can try and use it here if you want, but it's a short range blast that only, I believe, affects shields. But you can also sacrifice for this level, I think this heavy weapon force blaster, up to 40 points of your own shields to take down a similar additional amount of your opponents. So big risk, big reward. You have to sacrifice those before you make the roll, though. So it's basically like ejecting the energy from your own shields to negate your opponents. And it's from the arc that you fire it from, which means that since it's on the turret of the Drift Rider, you can do this multiple times. For in total, your shields are 280 points. They can feasibly do this a whole bunch. But yeah, those are the three options right now, as I think, yeah, both of these ships are in your front arc. What would you guys like?
Do we have the grid turned on correctly? Like, it looks like our ships are catty corner to how the grid is.
Grid is fine. I haven't got these guys aligned correctly.
Oh, okay.
We'll put them a little, like everyone kind of facing the north or top of the map. Oop, there we go.
Okay, because that changes what's in each quadrant.
What's our? Yeah,
I'll fix it. I'll fix.
But we're driving straight at them, so they're presumably in our front arc right now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm also going to be moving us around this map a little bit because it's not that big.
I don't know that it's ever really come up in all of our Starship combat times. How does range work again? Is it if it's outside of the increment, can you not use it?
Nope. It's well, some weapons you cannot. Some like have specifically short. But is a -2 for every range increment.
Well, Alyndra, would you like to do the honors with this linked particle beam?
The forward linked persistent particle beams, yes. Yeah. I'll do my best. Here we go.
I believe.
Was there? Oh my!
Oh, that's a natural 20. And I get a +3 on top of that, right, from the computer.
Yeah, I mean it's a hit.
Not that it matters.
It is a definite hit. So, well, first off, a shout out to, I think because this is yours, Rebecca, and you haven't done it yet, our good friendly neighborhood Kay, who asked, what has been your favorite book to run so far?
Oh, that's a great question. I always go back to the second book of Dead Sons.
Oh,
I really enjoyed that one.
Oh, just because it's on Castrovel?
There was Castrovel, and there were dinosaurs. There was a Jurassic Park thing, and Alyndra had a lot going on for her story there. So that was a fun one for me.
Oh, what was book 2 called? It's not Ruin Temple of the 12.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure.
Gotta Google it. All right.
Temple of something.
I'm taking notes for what everyone's favorite is. So I'm going to write the perfect one with all the elements.
If you ask me again, I'll probably say something different. It depends on the day, right?
Okay, so there are new rules for critical effects in Starfinder, Starship combat, which I would like to use here. Unfortunately, it's not double damage, but the normal crit rules for Starships is, I believe, if you do whole damage, then you can get an additional critical threshold. I believe it does have to do whole damage, though.
Right, that is correct.
So it depends on how my damage roll goes, whether we get through the shields.
Yes.
Okay. Should I roll that? 20d6?
Why not?
D6.
Go ahead and roll it. I'll look up these additional critical effects.
All right, that's 63 damage.
All right.
I don't think there's actually to do any additional. There's additional natural 20 stuff for like other abilities, but I don't think there's any additional ones for blasting with the guns. Okay. I'm sorry, how much damage in toto?
63.
63, and these are on their aft shields. That is enough to cause a critical effect. That gets through.
Oh, yay.
The I'm just going to do the closer one to you. Shields are completely down on the aft side, and we get to roll a critical system here, and I believe got it underneath you guys. What? Roll me a D100.
All right. 57.
That is a weapons array. Oh no. Now it won't take effect this round if they fire back at you, but the next round, give me a D4. We'll start with a forward and it'll be one random arc.
3.
That is their aft going from the forward. So not a great one for this chase. All right. And I will mark that on this guy's character sheet.
I was coming into this really doubting Alyndra's utility on a starship. So this makes me feel very good.
Yeah. It's edifying.
And they have a turret weapon that they could fire backwards at you all. Let's go for Andis first before they open up.
Right. So do class abilities count in starship combat? So could I build EP or something?
No, I don't.
Not really.
I don't think so, unless there's something in Evolutionists that allow it.
No, it would just be when combat starts, this happens, but usually, I don't know. They don't usually, but yeah, it just changes whether or not I can use my my full BAB or my level as BAB or not. So, okay, cool. So I think I'm just one range increment out with these alloy Gatling cannons.
Oh boy. So they are, that's -2, but you can take the +3 from the last ship's computer bonus.
I think I'm going to do that because if their shields are down in that arc, this is exactly what this cannon is made for.
Yeah. They upgraded you indeed.
Oh yeah.
With the big Daka linked adamantine alloy Gatling cannons.
There we go. 34 with the negative and the +3.
I guess I should check what their AC is. Oh yeah, that's a hit. Oh Jesus. Oh no. I've made this too easy. If you get that crit in, drop the shields.
All right, here we go.
Who would have thought a natural 20 on the first roll would have been advantageous to the players? Oh my God.
100 hull point damage.
Oh yeah, that ship is immediately destroyed. And you see it spiraling out in kind of like a corkscrew and hit the mountainside ahead of you guys. But through the smoke, as it descends into the dirt, you guys get the ship's AI says, missile attack launched, detected, and 2-point missiles are coming at your front arc. These are going to, I'll just roll them both at the same time against you guys. Boop, boop. Oh, there's
what?
Oh, 2 natural 20s.
What?
You monster. Oh,
shields hold shields hold.
Welcome to the suck, everyone.
There's
hello there.
Somebody,
I've never cleared my cache in the history of this podcast.
Somebody please screen just take that little screenshot right there and just post it on the Discord right now.
Yeah, please just go ahead and capture this for posterity. I'm so scared to move the screen because I don't want the digital.
I got it.
I just want to keep them there for forever.
You want to just post it in Docking Bay?
For episode spoilers.
No, episode spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
With no explanation, this.
Put no explanation
on it.
Can you think of anything more terrifying than seeing this pop up on your screen as a player?
Not much.
I mean, unless he was triple attacking and there was another 20 on the end of this, I can't think of too much things that could possibly.
We just got this new Drift Rider.
Wow.
Wow. Rebecca. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
So, probably a good thing that Alyndra didn't get on your ship, as all of your senses are overloaded. Your front shields get blasted with 2 heavy nuclear missiles.
Oh, only nuclear?
Who heavy? Now, will I be able to get through the shield? That is the main question. These aren't linked heavy nuclear missiles. So
still, we only have 70. I mean, in the front. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see if those can do it. Let's roll the first one. Boop. Oh, pretty good. A 38 on 10d8.
Yeah, do that again and you're good to go.
Let's roll the second. 43, even more. All right,
Tyler,
so that's going to
stop encouraging him.
That is 82 points of damage. So 12 hull.
So one of the crits goes off. Yeah,
and let's shout out another couple of our Patreon listeners who's been very kind to support us on patreon.com at the higher level. I think this one we'll shout out some Dragon Masters. I think for these double crits who make it all possible. Thank you, John 3041 for the first crit, and our friend Dogpaw Hat for the second. I'm still giddy from rolling that well.
I know it's not their fault, but anytime they're called out for your crits, Patrick, I do resent our critter makers a little bit. And I know it's not their fault.
Those two especially. Yeah, I pick who my crits go to, especially. So let me roll the D100 for your guys' broken system. That's a D20.
We'll take it.
A 97. Your power core is glitching, and in addition to that, your ship is irradiated with medium radiation. Now, I think this is something that we talked about last week. Is anybody susceptible to medium radiation? Because I think if you're wearing armor at this point, I think most people.
I think it's immune. Level 9 armor that makes you immune to medium.
So glad we weren't wearing those monogrammed bathrobes, Rami.
We wouldn't wear them to combat.
Unless you were cool. It's a lot.
I imagine
less.
that
It's level 7.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyone else, and at this point, Cattywampus, having skimmed off the top, has level 7 armor as well on a ship. So not grand, but I'm very excited to have dropped your guys' shield. But yeah, one of these drones is downed in one round. So let's get on to round 2. Start off with our positions. Does anybody want to switch positions? I'm going to take up that third gun.
I might pop over into the engineering bay.
Cattywampus trying to keep it together in his spacesuit. It's like, we took a big hit, Captains. Everybody.
All right. Edrass will slide in where Andis left.
I give Edrass a high five on my way past.
Just to take over until they want to come back.
Okay. Gnak or Rami, do either of you guys want to switch her up?
No, but I'm ready to start throwing out some encouragement.
Okay, all right. Just making sure I didn't mess anything up. Nope, that drone only had 75 hull points. Yep, it went down pretty hard.
Well, Gibert also rolled gangbusters on 30d4.
There's a lot of 4s.
There's a lot of 4s.
There's a lot of dice, but
yeah, but I mean,
we've only had 4 attack rolls, and 3 of them have been 20s. I think we broke roll 20. We broke the spirit. Okay, let's jump into the engineering phase, and you've got Cattywampus there helping you, but also the ship's AI can do something here. But what would you like to do, Andis?
So let's see. So
hang on, I have a question before Andis moves, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Gibert.
That's fine.
I have the option to give an ally an extra action this round, though they can't use the same action twice. But it says I have to use my ally's key skill to do that. Is that correct?
Yes.
So if I wanted to give Andis an engineering extra action so that they can do something extra, I can do that, but I just have to make an engineering check.
Target roll.
Right, which would be like DC 36.
Yeah, so you're talking about the orders special action for Captain, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So it is DC 36 to basically give them an extra action, and you're barking orders to the engineering bay.
I have plus 17, so this is going to be a tough one.
Well, you can take the +3. You've got 4 more this round.
All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the +3.
What does Gnak say to the engineering bay? What's the orders you're barking?
And just get those shields back online and get us some speed or whatever you think is best right now. You're down there. You do what you need to do.
You do you.
Oh, that's a 31.
So close.
Not gonna do it.
Let's see.
Now, what you got, Andis? What would you like to do?
Let's see. Let me do a quick little arithmetic here, real quick. Okay, so restoring shields would get us 15 back.
Now, you can also, as a science officer action with the ship's computer, you can balance.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to do divert, 5% for diversion would bring back 15 shield points.
Nice. That's right.
But balance, you can just kind of spread them out.
Right. I mean, if we're just chasing them, we probably don't need our shields in our aft super bad.
Well, you never know. If they roll better on the piloting check, they can zip around to whatever side they would like.
Know. I mean, that's a lot of movement to zip around. So I don't know that they can do that, but
you don't know that they can't.
I mean, that's true. All right. I kind of want to push and do my thing and overpower.
So that is basically diverting for up to 3 systems.
Yeah.
Another DC. So
the power core, the power core glitching means a -2 to any engineering checks, though, right?
Glitching power core, I believe so.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. So I've got -2. I'm going to spend a resolve point. I think
it's except on hold it together or patch. So
okay, yeah. So right, yeah, and I'm not doing either one of those two things.
Right.
If Gnak had succeeded at that, I would have overpowered and patched to try to like.
Oh, right. So yeah, -2 for overpower then, if that is part of it.
Also tetranode, right? So.
All right, so it's DC 15 plus. So what does that mean? 36.
Yep. Do you want to take a +3?
Oh boy, I don't know. I might need to.
I would.
36 and a minus. Okay, so I'm at.
Before you roll, Cattywampus has got skills. Do you want him to work with the AI and see if they can patch the?
That's actually a great idea. Yeah. Why don't we see if they can get this thing no longer glitching?
Do we want to use a +3 on that as well?
I mean, it's a pretty straightforward check.
Oh, DC 10 for glitching. No, that is automatic.
It's 10.
Oh no, 10 plus 21. Oh, so it's 31.
31.
Okay, not guaranteed. I'll roll it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's definitely not guaranteed. I've rolled a 5, so they fail. Sorry. Go ahead and roll yours.
Right. So
giving you a false hope here. My crummy rolls.
36 minus.
My crummy rolls is the.
All right, so I need to roll a 13 or higher in order to get this. All right, I'm going for it. Yeet. Hoop doop. Hoop-a-doop. +1. That'll do it.
That'll do.
Wait, no.
No, you need a 36.
Oh, shoot. I got a 35.
Oh, no.
That is.
Wait, is it not +3?
That's using the +3.
But -2.
Oh, right.
-2 from glitching, +3. So
I'm so sorry.
So I guess I needed what, a 12. So.
Do we want to re-roll that?
Level reroll?
Yeah.
This? I mean, yes, kind of I do.
You want to use it?
Yeah.
You get it right now. You get it. You can do it right now.
All right, let's see. Okay, so this will be net +1. Here we go. Pile of trash.
Even worse.
by one.
Sorry,
Worse by one.
We used all the natural 20s last round. Okay.
Oh,
that is our engineering roll. Let's get to Helm and a roll off, Myles.
All right.
Yay. No. We've both rolled 12, which probably means that you've gotten it here. What's your Toto bonus?
I rolled a 37.
Okay. And with my bonus, I've got a 36. I hate life. Oh, no.
wow.
All right. So,
Yeah, I'm sorry. Ask me to feel bad for you.
Please feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's we're very likely to
220s
get,
on our attack. I'm sorry. I'm not.
yeah. Also, we're very likely to go down this round. So, if he fires two missiles, so
At our front.
yeah.
So, I mean, it makes a large UE around and points its front side against your forward arc. But that is
Great point.
You get to move second, so go right ahead.
I've forgotten exactly how this game works, but good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can't fire two missiles at you because it's only got the one ship.
You know, we could turn around too.
Butt to butt.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that. You can do a flyby if that's something that strikes your fancy. There's some special actions you can take both as gunners and pilots in the valley here. We haven't talked about them, but like I said, you can dip down low. You can fly up into the stratosphere, do a canyon run, get down into the canyon. What are you thinking about, Myles?
I probably should get butt to butt just to buy ourselves some more time.
I mean, with a flyby, we would be facing our aft towards them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to actually do the flyby action if you don't want. You can actually just kind of fly past it to get your aft to their aft. If that makes sense.
Flyby is more fun though.
It is more fun, but it's also difficult at this level.
Yeah, I want to minimize the risk in this one because we got pretty hurt last round. So,
well, yeah,
I'll do that.
That front arc is completely down. Any stunts you want to do? Any other stunts?
No.
Feel free to move.
I would at least
forward.
evade.
Yeah.
I would at least evade, right?
Yeah.
You can try to evade. You can also, instead, you can push and get further away from them like last turn if you want. But evade will give you a little bonus to your TL, to your AC.
All right, I'm going to try to evade.
Yeah, it's only oh man, the DCs are very actually difficult regardless.
Evade is another 31, I believe.
Yeah.
At this level.
Oh my gosh. We haven't hit one of these.
Yeah. 29's a fail.
Yep.
All right, so move yourself forward to. Well, I guess I have to move yourself.
Yeah, you have to move it.
Move so your aft is in their aft or starboard side, and let's get to gunnery. And you guys went first last time, so I'll start off this time because I can actually hit. I can go with a particle beam and the nuclear missile launcher as well. So I'm going to try for it. I'm going to try for a double attack. And only this first one is going to have a +4 on it. Well, that's good. So that was the lower of the two. What is currently the Drift Riders? Does it say on the sheet what the AC and the TL is? I think they're one off from each other.
32. Yeah.
And the TL is 31. So TL is a little bit lower. So the first one is its starboard. It is a starboard side, right? Yeah, its starboard side has just a particle beam on it. And they got the +4. So I've got a 13 here. Is just a hit. So that's going to do 8d6. I rolled a couple extra. Two times. 28 points of damage to your guys's. We'll do your aft, and we'll shoot that second attack was another nuclear missile. Now, this one, though, I believe, I don't know if you have to be on that gunnery, but if someone would like to bring up, you have a defensive laser grid, you can try and shoot this down with the
laser net.
Yeah, the laser net.
Heavy laser net, right?
Yeah. It's in the aft.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to do that, Tyler? I was planning on.
Yeah, I don't think it costs an action.
I don't think so either. But you have to be. Do you have to be in that?
I think so. I think somebody has to make the attack. Although it doesn't matter because like it uses the plus 12.
Yeah, I was about to say you just basically have to roll with the plus 12 bonus.
Oh,
but I think you just can't. I think the gunnery can't be empty when it happens.
This doesn't count as my gunnery attempt, though.
Right.
No.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, Tyler, do you want to do that? You probably have a better ranged attack than I do.
I mean, you just use
it doesn't matter.
Your ranged attack.
So you roll dice better than I do, so I would have you do it.
Oh, okay. So what do you want me to roll?
Just a d20, straight d20.
Okay.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
It's 2 and 1 night for me.
That's why we make Rebecca roll the d20s.
Pretty much.
Boy, the shout outs. So many shout outs.
Good thing we have a lot of friends.
Wow.
I was like, I closed out the window because I was like, oh, we're definitely not going to have any more natural 20.
So wait, is that in one night we've had 2 people roll 2 d20s in a row? Or 2 20s in a row?
Yeah, life's good.
Yeah,
life's good, Tyler.
Wow. Never seen that before.
Oh, hey, we have new this year backers on Patreon. It's a good time to introduce one of them. Trafa, thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. And that crit goes out to you. Now, it doesn't do damage to the ship, but the nuclear missile completely obliterated in midair from that one. And, maybe irradiates both your ships a little bit as they were very close, but no damage there. Let's go on to your guys' gunnery action, and you can levy this against their starboard or their aft side. Who wants to fire first? So we got Alyndra and Edrass. You guys are 2 hexes away, so very close.
Edrass, go ahead.
Okay.
Are you on the turret?
Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter who's on what.
Whatever gun you want to fire here with your aft.
Do we have anything else in the aft?
Well, you've got the laser net.
The net.
And I thought I had upgraded you guys with missiles, but maybe I went with that forward.
I think you went with
particle
the net
beams instead.
We just have a particle beam, a net, and the turret. So,
but the turret, you've got
the turret is
weapons.
2 things, right?
So can we 2 turret weapons?
Yeah, can we each fire a turret weapon then?
Yeah, you guys,
that force blaster might be.
You guys want to risk it for the biscuit to destroy their shields with a force blaster? Yeah. Who wants to go first?
So for the record, I was planning to use precise target. Is that right? Is that what it's called? Precise.
What's that?
It's the RP thing that you use to target a specific thing.
Yes.
Yeah, could be worthwhile.
Okay.
I don't know.
So then you should go second. And okay, so you'll go second. I'll spend a resolve point to do the broadside, firing the force blaster and the laser net in an attempt to get the shield down.
Okay.
Good. It's a good idea.
I think we still have 2 plus 3s. So
I'll take 1.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
I have to mark off the resolve point since I already used my free one, and now I'm going to roll 2 attacks at a -2. Well, a +1, net +1. First attack is a 30.
30 against its. This is for
AC.
I'm
for the force blaster.
For the force blaster? Oh, that's a hit.
Oh, boy.
Nice. Second attack, a natural 1 on the dice.
No.
All right. So, that's probably the order that you want.
Yeah, right. So, good Lord.
So, that's roll 3d10, and that could just absolutely destroy its shields right now.
All right. D10 of 3.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
A 1 on one of the dice. Get out of here, you red numbered bass.
Okay, I mean, so your shields drop 40 points in the aft there and take it to 58 points of shield damage, blasting through. Rebecca, you're going through to do some damage with the Ripper gun again. And I'll just have you know, if you're on natural 20, I'm probably going to leave. Like, the episode will be over. So
I cannot imagine that will happen.
I mean, that would be, I've never seen that. So.
I mean, I am using precise targeting though, which means that if my attack hits, then I deal critical damage to a random system. That would then stack if I were to also deal a natural 20.
Yeah.
But
well, I don't think it'll survive if you're on
we'll
natural 20. So go ahead. Oh.
All right, that's only a 27 to hit.
+3 though, because we saved
+3, 30 to hit.
AC is 29, so that is a hit.
Woo!
Yay! Now, good news, bad news. You've not burnt through all of its shields, even with Tyler's massive blast. Maybe if that laser net had gone through.
30d4, right? 30?
Yeah.
30. It's still 30d4, so.
Yeah, it'll take half damage for the shields that have less because it's Ripper quality, but I think you still have a very good chance of. But basically, you're trying to hit 79 hull points at this point. It has just, I think 79.
Okay,
is what
let's see if I can make it.
You rolled 100 last time, so please.
Gibert did.
Taking a
and
while.
that was with
Gibert
plus
did,
15. Yeah, it was 100, but he had a plus 15 because they were shielded.
Because
so
it was down.
I don't think she's going to get anywhere close.
Oh, well, no, the rest of the damage after you burn through the.
79.
Holy cow!
79.
That's before the. Yeah, no, it's destroyed after that. So it had 2 shield points left in that quadrant.
Oh, no.
And we're out of combat.
Oh, man.
Wow. All right, well, let's all vote Rebecca the MVP of this combat.
That's right.
Who knew that
How dare
Alyndra
you.
would be so useful?
How dare you? I rolled 2 as
Starship
well.
combat.
Right. So that one tunnels into the mountainside and explodes in a fiery inferno. And Starship combat is done. What would you guys like to do next?
Sleep.
I believe there was talk of bathrobes and a buffet.
Yeah, well, you knocked out the Starship combat, so
Well, can we land and should we land and check out the destroyed ships first?
Yeah, I mean you can do that and do some science scans on the technology and indeed confirm. I mean, it didn't look like there was a cockpit as you flew past them, but definitely were automated drones of some sort.
Basically just a bunch of, guns with some engines strapped to the back of them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just flying.
That's what it looks like.
Nuclear missile launching, particle beaming platforms.
Can we tell what was controlling them or from where?
They have like tons as you get down there, onboard computers and automated systems. So it was basically like a giant flying robot. But where they were launched from, you're not sure.
So it's like autonomous. It's not like there's a remote control somewhere. Okay.
More than likely, yeah. So
there's not some nerd with like an RC controller like, gosh darn it.
Alyndra doesn't know how this works. Like, wait, what is technology?
totally.
Whose
like,
ship
Mom,
was that?
Mom, get the camera. Roll 2 natural 20s. Mom, I'm
some
hitting
illegal modification.
I'm dropping the shields with nuclear missiles, Bob.
I can't come to dinner. I'm playing Sivv.
Anyway, as you guys get back to the chalet, what's a good name for your new personal assistant who comes and greets you at the landing pad?
Johnstable Handswoggle.
Oh my goodness gracious! That's a Deadman Roll No Crits pirate name. If I heard one too.
It is. It was on my piece of paper sitting right here on my desk. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Hi, my name's Johnstable Handswoggle. I'll be waiting on you hand and foot for the rest of your stay here at New Horizons. Can I get you out of this irradiated ship and into one of our award-winning jacuzzi suites?
Guaranteed, no radiation.
Slightly less radiation at the very least, guaranteed.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, follow me, and we'll get you set up here, and make sure you have a nice hearty breakfast after exploring Jeterat. And we'll see you next time as we're to be continued here on our fun new planet. The planet's starting to shape up now, guys. I'm digging it. Are you sick of exploring Sivv ruins? Just asking for no particular reason.
We got a lot of rewrites ahead of us if you are.
I was very, very excited about just like making you go straight into the next dungeon. But no, you've earned a rest after all those 20s. Kick back. We'll catch back up with the Drift Rider crew here as we continue on book 1 of the Devastation Ark next week. Guys, thanks for playing with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Listeners, thank you for picking up this episode of Waking the Worldseed, and we will catch you next time on Cosmic Grant. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.